Hi everyone, we're here with Frankie.
I'm Frankie from Shanling. I'm our brand manager. And here at Vienna, we are showcasing our portable sections. So for our portable players, we do USB DACs, nowadays with the tubes. And all of them are running with full-on support for DSD.
Great.
Some of them, the more basic one will be limited to 128 DSD. But for the flagship ones, we're going all the way to 1024.
Okay, great.
And so pretty much if you have your DSD collection, you can pick up almost any of the digital player from Shanling or the USB DACs, and they will always run with full-on DSD support, full-on DSD native support.
Great.
And it then also comes to our streamers, DACs, and even to some of our CD players. You can use them as the USB DACs.
Okay.
And so you have the CD player native on it.
Yeah.
And when you come home, you can connect to the computer, and you can be running DSD 256, 512 directly on the same device.
Very cool.
Here we look at the CD players, but even for that one, because the people like DSD so much, we actually have internal like kind of all-to-DSD conversion to some of the DACs.
Okay.
But of course, we also have our own streamers, Android-based, full-on DSD support. Very, very important. What we focus on is the I2S outputs with configurable pin outs, so you can run full-on DSD 256 over I2S into any of the high-end DACs.
Yeah, okay.
So that's a big thing about our streamers.
Fantastic.
And then, of course, a DAC, it's R2R. So you have to do some conversions when you're running DSD. But even then, the DSD is still part of it. Some people like it more, some people less. But it's still supporting on it, so it will process it correctly.
Yeah.
Then, of course, you just have to deal about the R2R section on it.
Sure. Yeah, looking at some of these portable players, your flagship models are the two here on the ends?
Yeah, pretty much we have a few of them. For us, we kind of split it between the models that are running on Linux and players that are running on full-on Android.
Okay.
So if you have your own files and you have them on microSD card, you can simply go with the simple Linux devices, because you don't have to pay for the Android devices, you don't have to deal with the slow startup times, aging software. You just have a very lean Linux system that can do all the playback of all the hi-res, all the DSD, just anything you have on the SD card.
Okay.
And especially nowadays when people like to own their files, to be in control of their music, having DSD files on the card is kind of the best solution you can have.
Right.
Because there's no streaming that can do DSD.
Exactly.
And even the hi-res on the streaming is sometimes questionable. Sometimes you just don't know if your favorite song will be there in 2 days.
Yeah, sure.
So having the files, having it on your computer, either in backup in few copies, it's just because hi-fi for many people is about being in control of the whole chain, and it starts with the files.
Yeah, indeed. Now, love it. And this one's coming in at just over 1,000, I see, for the Android player.
Top end Android is over 1,000.
Yeah.
This one is Linux, kind of mid-range, about 400.
Okay.
But even our most basic portable player, just 129, it can do DSD 128.
Oh, okay, great.
So even the small one can go for it.
Love it. So you got everything from entry-level DSD listening up to the more elite level.
All of them run on the basic microSD cards. You can get a 2 terabyte card and just fill up with your music, and they are good to go.
Perfect. Sounds like great options for people getting into DSD for the first time, but also people more experienced that want a player that's a little more heavy duty, I suppose.
Yeah, I will say people like Shanling products, the DAPs, because you can have one card and just switch it between them, and they will always just work the same.
Yeah,
so you can have big device that will be tubes and big DAC, but it's big and heavy. But just take out the card, drop it into something like this, and you are good to go for like hike or something. Or these are perfect for travel, because always on you, the same music library, don't have to deal anything. Just copy it on the next card and put it in.
Wow, very nice. Okay, thanks so much. I appreciate
Thank you for
your time.
stopping by.
It's very good to talk to you.
Enjoy the Vienna.
Thank you, you too.